You might get out of breath sprinting through the Sonic franchise's history, unlike its titular Blue Hedgehog. The Blue Blur has lived up to his reputation as a high-energy go-getter, and his franchise includes some of gaming's most fascinating stories. Hey guys, welcome to another exciting video from our channel. In today's video, let's find out more about how the Sonic franchise came to be. But before we get into it, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us. That said, now let's take a look. Sonic post-2000 identity crisis did not diminish his popularity, and he remains one of the gaming's most recognizable figures. However, his fortunes have shifted more than the zones he calls home in the last few decades. With a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog film on the horizon, now is the ideal time to pause and reflect on Sonic's past. Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Mega Drive. Sonic the Hedgehog first appeared in our life in 1991 with the release of Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Mega Drive. The Blue Blur introduced a new element to platforming: the need for speed. While platform games at the time were semi-sedate affairs, Sonic instilled a sense of urgency in the genre. Levels flew by in an instant. However, it was not all about speed. Sonic's success was built on combining momentum and adrenaline with intricate level design. Its zones resembled puzzle boxes, with different rewards based on the player's skill level. Sonic the Hedgehog was an instant success, but Sonic Team refined the game's core philosophy in the following title: Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. To this day, these two games are regarded as the gold standard of Sonic games. Sonic sequels also broadened the series' cultural impact. His soundtracks, image, and Bill Clinton-inspired attitude all became cultural icons. Meanwhile, Sonic returned to pop culture, giving us the supersonic transformations from Dragon Ball Z and the Death Egg, a not-so-subtle reference to Star Wars' Death Star. The franchise grew in popularity as Sonic's pop culture cache grew. Sonic exploded out of video games and into other media, spawning a slew of cartoons and comics. While the Archie Comics versions of Sonic is well known, the Bush Pig took a different path in the United Kingdom. Sonic the Comic. Sonic the Comic ran from 1993 to 2002 and featured an elaborate evolving storyline alongside other Sega-related comics, such as Decap Attack and Echo the Dolphin. Sonic CD and Knuckles. Sonic CD and Sonic and Knuckles, both released in 1993 and 1994, introduced Sonic to intriguing new worlds. Sonic CD was a critical and commercial success, leveraging the newfound power of compact disc. Sonic and Knuckles experimented in a unique way. Its lock-on cartridge made it compatible with Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, allowing Knuckles to play in those games. There were also some releases in 3D. Sonic's sophomore coincided with the arrival of the 3D era. To make matters worse, fellow critter Crash Bandicoot comes a huge success on the PlayStations by being a successful marriage of 3D and platforming that Sonic was not. Similarly, Sonic's old foe and Nintendo mascot Mario only achieved new heights of success on the N64. Meanwhile, the Sega Saturn found it difficult to compete in the new era. Sonic, unlike his contemporaries Mario and Link, was unable to make the 3D leap. Sonic 3D Blast, released in 1996, and Sonic R, released in 1997, both tried new things, but nothing stuck. Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure, which was released in 1999, managed to change things. It reinvented Sonic, his gameplay, and his supporting cast for the new millennium. Unfortunately, the Dreamcast demise cut this resurgence short. The departure of Sega from the console market had an unavoidable impact on their mascot. Sonic Adventure 2 was Sonic's final outing on his home console series. As the Sonic series entered the 2000s, it was in danger of falling behind, and even its titular mascot struggled. Sonic was pure 90s toot, but he felt like a relic in the 2000s, especially with Sega's star fading. Shadow the Hedgehog, released in 2005, attempted to change the tone of the franchise with mixed results. On Sonic's 15th anniversary in 2006, several new games were released, including a reboot simply titled Sonic the Hedgehog. Fans hoping for a love letter to Sonic's past were let down, as each game struggled to make a positive impression. Instead, Sonic was quickly devolving into a breathless jumble of bizarre spin-offs and failed attempts to recapture past glory. Sonic Unleashed was one of the strangest stories to come out of this era. Despite receiving mixed reviews when it was released in 2008, this game continues to appear in fan discussions about the best Sonic games, becoming the franchise's definitive dark horse. Sonic the Hedgehog 4. The Blue Blur had been knocked back but he still had a few rings. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 and Sonic Generations, both released in 2010, were back to basics adventures. Sonic Generations was a fan service extravaganza that celebrated the entire series up to that point. It worked as both a game and a piece of fan service. It combined old-school 2D platforming with 3D energy, resulting in a Sonic that felt authentic while embracing the third dimension. Despite its similar throwback inspirations, Sonic 4 was less popular. Sonic's momentum dropped just as he gained speed once more. The Sonic Boom sub-franchise was Sonic's next reinvention. While the titular TV show received positive reviews, the reactions to the games and Sonic's redesign was mixed. The mockery directed at the bandana-wearing Sonic echoes the outrage directed at his live-action incarnations in 2019. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 film. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is the sequel to the Sonic the Hedgehog, a 2022 action-adventure comedy film based on Sega's video game franchise. Jeff Fowler directed the film, which was written by Pat Casey and John Whittington. Sonic and Tails works together to find the Master Emerald before Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles the Echidna, while also dealing with the military organization's gun. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was released theatrically on March 30, 2022 in several markets, and on April 8, 2022 in the United States by Paramount Pictures and Sega Sammy Group. The film was praised for its action sequences, performances, humor, and animated characters, but it was panned for its screenplay, runtime, and pacing. And that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then do like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content. See you in the next one!